is the door that our clients enter and exit out of. They have their own entrance so that they don't have to go through our offices every time they're coming to or from home. As you come upstairs, you can see that we do have some communal laundry facilities. They are coin-operated laundry machines, but if folks need money to do their laundry, then we are happy to provide them with that. And they are high-volume washers and dryers, so people can do a large amount at one time. As we're going up the stairs, you'll notice that these are stairs and we don't have an elevator. This means that accessing our emergency shelter can be tough for people with any kind of mobility disability. This is a 100-plus-year-old building, which means that it is really hard to add, retrofit any of that type of stuff, but we are actively pursuing options for that. You come into the front door to the emergency shelter. You come into this communal living space. We are really fortunate that we have also a thrift store that we operate, and most of the furnishings that you see in here are from our thrift store. And also some generous community donors who have been able to donate things like couches and tables and whatnot. We also have a little media center, a TV and a DVD player and a VHS player. It's also Wi-Fi enabled with a Roku so that people can watch Netflix, Amazon Prime, any type of entertainment that they may need in the evenings. We know that experiencing homelessness can be really exhaustive and really stressful. So while people are living here, it is great for us to be able to provide as much of a reprieve and as comfortable of a space as we can. If you follow me into our kitchen, we can show you some of the upgrades that we've been able to make this year. So this is the emergency shelter kitchen. As you can see, it's pretty small, but it really does a good job. One of the things we were able to do this year was install this full stove oven, which was a whole task on its own. Again, this is an old building with brick, so we had to route new electrical. So it was a pretty big job, but we're really happy we were able to do it. Up to 10 people can be in this shelter at a time. Previous to this oven, we just had a toaster oven, and all sorts of people access our shelter. Adults, single adults, adults with dependents, all sorts of different combinations. And so a toaster oven really wasn't doing a good enough job for people to make full meals. So we're really, really pleased to be able to do this with donations from community members. Behind the camera, we also have a wall full of cabinets, and this is for people's personal pantries. We also have an in-house pantry that we keep full that folks accessing our shelter can utilize, and it has food and hygiene items. We do have food drives once a quarter, every 3 months, and we have had some really supportive grocery store partners, some of which are Plaza Jet Wenatchee and Grocery Outlet here in Wenatchee, that have allowed us to host food drives in their parking lots where community support can then come and donate pantry items to things that we may need. Once people come into our shelter, they can go shopping in our pantry as often as they need to for items that they need, whether that's hygiene or food, and then they are able to keep it in their own cupboard here. In addition to the stove, we were also able to upgrade our refrigerator this year into this bigger refrigerator freezer. Even though it's still a residential size fridge and freezer, it is a lot bigger. And like I said, we have up to 10 people who live here, so we need to have things that can handle that capacity of people, the stove and the refrigerator, to name a few things. In this door behind me, that is the door that goes to the sleeping area or the bedroom for the emergency shelter. It is one big bedroom and it has 5 bunk beds in it, so 10 beds total. It is a communal living space, and so when folks access our shelter, our biggest requirement is that people are able to abide by our good neighbor policy. Since this is so communal, the sleeping space, the living space, the kitchen, it's all combined. We need people to be able to live within that environment cohesively as possible. We are really thankful that we got new bunk beds this year. They are custom-made bunk beds for us by a group of really passionate and skilled woodworkers in the Wenatchee area. They are adult-intended bunk beds, which means that they can take the weight of a full-grown adult on the bottom or the top bunk. They're really, really sturdy, which means that they're going to last a long time. And they fit really well within our space. So we're still able to have 5 bunk beds, which means we have 10 beds. And we're also working on getting little staircases so that the top bunks can be even more accessible than they are right now. The people who can access our shelter are women, all women, and that's trans women included, and dependents, including male dependents up to the age of 18. They are experiencing homelessness, and they can come and access our shelter for up to 90 days. During that 90-day period, we offer targeted case management, which can help people access all sorts of resources that they may need to access, whether that's health, medical appointments, or help with medical insurance, getting access to legal help, getting access to behavioral health experts. Our housing staff are able to put people in touch with all of those resources and get people access to anything that they may need to be able to move on to a transitional housing situation or a safe and stable permanent housing situation. We do work within a greater project in the Greater Valley area called the Community Housing Network, and once people come into emergency shelter, we do get them entered into that community housing network so that not only do they have access to us and our services, but they also have access to other organizations within that network and their services as well. So if you'll come with me, we'll take a look at the bathroom, and that'll be our last stop. So in here is our little bathroom. It has everything that a bathroom has. It has a shower, a toilet, a sink. We are also really excited that this year we were able to add in an external wall electric heater, which is new. Again, this is a really old building and the walls are brick, so it's something that wasn't super achievable before, but thanks to community support, again, we were able to do this. Yeah, so that is our emergency shelter. I'm really glad that you were able to come along and that you were interested in seeing a little bit of what we do here. If you are interested and you want to see more, we have more videos coming of our different aspects of our work and our housing programs, and we look forward to seeing you then. Thanks.